Okay, so before we begin our series of videos, so we should first explain what we are doing with paper making. So I would like to um, say first a disclaimer. I am not an expert when it comes to plants, when it comes to the scientific terms or the community wherein scientists gather together to study leaf or to study plants. So I'm not an expert on that. I am just a hobbyist, an artist, a researcher, and I've done these things since I was young. So I was exposed to paper making when I was around 18 or 19 years old, and I'm already 48 now. So I was exposed to a group of artists, and I observed how they did handmade paper, and I've been experimenting using handmade papers for my crafts ever since. But this is the only time that I am doing it in public. Okay, before we just do it for fun, for if there are activities for kids, we make paper pulps like that. But now, um, I decided to make these videos for learning. I decided to do these experiments so that we can all learn from it. And of course, so that I will also see the different outputs of the experiments that we have been doing. So for the past year, we've been doing experiments using different plant materials to add to paper pulp, and we will show to you the results, okay, in a series of videos. But I would also like to explain the process on why we do these experiments. Okay, so here in our region, which is the Cordillera Administrative Region here in the Philippines, we are abundant in plants, we are abundant in vegetables, in fruits. This is the area of the country here in the Philippines where we have good soil, where flora and fauna exists. We have forests, we have plantations, vegetable plantations. So we have a lot of materials that we can use to add as an element in paper making. Okay, but of course we have to show also, we have to teach also why we are doing this, and what is the effect of our experiments, because I've been asked so many times how these plants bind, how do we do it. So it's an open book, or you can watch it in YouTube or in any other platform online. A lot of learning materials are shown on how we create paper out of pulps. Okay, now for purposes of explaining what how the plant fibers merge together, so please allow me to explain a very basic concept on how fibers bind together to form paper. So for example, this is corn. Okay, so this is corn husk. Okay, so I'll just draw here on the board. So for example, we have corn. Okay, we have, or basically a leaf. Okay, we have a leaf. Okay, now each leaf is composed of cells. We all know that. Okay, now we have plant cells inside all the leaf, and then these cells, for example, this is how the cells look like, for example only. Okay, so for example, this is how the plant cells look like. Okay, so this is how plant cells look like, for example. I'm not really good in drawing, so I'm sorry. So these are plant cells found inside a plant, a leaf. Now, in these plant cells, we have what we call the cellular walls. Okay, so we have this cellular walls, and inside these cellular walls are very tiny, okay, are very tiny fibers we call cellulose microfibrils. Okay, we call them cellulose microfibrils. So these tiny fibers, okay, compose the cell wall, and then these microfibrils are like strands. Okay, these are very thin strands, and inside these strands are cellular molecules. Okay, so basically this is the composition of what we call the cellular fiber. Okay, the cellular fiber of a plant. Now, what we are doing in our experiments is that we are looking we are trying to see how strong, how sturdy, okay, the fibers are inside the plant. Okay, so for example, in the Philippines, we have like, if we will classify 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So for example, of course, we always put the hardest fibers, wood, okay, wood, hardwood, softwood, and then probably number 3 we will put it here, bamboo or sugar cane, the sugar cane cover, sugar cane, the corn, the corn husk. We have many more materials that are really here, okay, that we can put here because they have a strong fiber. And then for example, number 4 we have carabao grass. It also has a strong fiber. And then for example, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, we have experimented on a lot of materials. And for example, I will put under number 8, I will put here the banana peel, cauliflower. So for example, I place them here. So for all the materials that we are trying to experiment, I'm trying to find the position on how strong their cellular fibers are. Okay, so I'm just trying to put them here, and eventually you will see in the videos that we will post how I place the fibers in this classification. 1 being the strongest, 10 being the least. Okay, so this would be the result of our experiment. Now, to put this into work, you will see it in the videos that we will post. But for example, there are a lot of ways to bind the fiber. Probably we can use mechanical, or we can use what we do, handmade. Okay, so if we have machines, then probably we can do mechanical, but that's so expensive. I do not have money for that. And then we have handmade. So under handmade, we do pulping. Okay, pulping, or we make pulps out of the materials that we have, and then we bind them together. Okay, so if we will look here, for example, these are scraps of corn husk. So these are corn husk scraps that came from the corn husk flowers that we are doing. So these ones, instead of throwing it away or burning it or what, we will make them into paper. And the thing is, how will we make them into paper? How will we bind them into paper? So for example, if I will put just a small sample of scraps on the table, the thing is, you cannot glue this together, or you cannot add something that can, just glue it or paste it. No, you have to process them, and then you have to create a pulp out of these corn husk scraps. So if you can see, all of these scraps has fiber in it. Okay, so what we will do is we will create a pulp out of these fibers. Okay, we will process them into pulps, and then we will dry them so that the materials, okay, cellulose microfibrils, will bind together as it dries. So the binding effect will be done during the drying process. If they will dry together, then the fibers will bind together as one. So for example, this one. Okay, this is basically this is a handmade paper. This is a regular handmade paper, but this paper came from so many fibers, from so many plant fibers and paper pulps, but they binded together and created one paper. So that is the activity that we are doing when it comes to the experiments, and it's all on video. Okay, I think I'll just show you some of the papers that we did, because many of the papers are now in exhibit. We have a mini exhibit in front of our municipal hall, and the papers are there, but I still have some samples here, and I will show to you some of them so that you will see what I am talking about. So for example, these are cacao pods. Okay, so cacao pods. So instead of throwing away the cacao pods, we created papers out of the cacao pods, but we incorporated paper pulp on it, but this also has paper pods, cacao pods in it. Okay, this is also strong material. So this is corn husk, as you can see. This is corn husk. So we created paper out of this one. So these are the corn husk, and then these are the papers. So I'm really happy to show that one of the strongest paper that we did are made out of corn husk. So this is not pure corn husk. This is corn husk with paper pulp, but still it's really strong. Okay, so the fibers, the cellular fibers, okay, or the cellulose fiber, sorry, of corn is really good in making paper. Okay, wait, if I can just show the pure ones. Okay, so this is a pure corn husk. So for example, this is pure paper corn husk with the caustic soda, washing soda. So if you can see the big difference, this is pure paper made out of corn husk. So this is how it looks like. Okay, so this is paper made out of pure corn husk, but it's not really, although it's very strong, like it's very strong, it has a lot of fibers in it, but for purposes of writing or drawing in it or printing in it, we would rather use still corn husk with added paper pulp. Okay, so these are the experiments that we have been doing. We have experimented on more than 50 materials already, and each of them are well documented, and then I will show to you how strong the fibers are using our scale. our top 1 to top 10 scale on our experiments. Again, I am not an expert on these things. I did not study these things, but I'm just having fun. I just would like to experiment on this. I'm happy doing this. I'm a local artist here in our area, and actually I'm making paper, handmade papers. So that's it. Probably in the future you will see more of our like this. So these are handmade papers already. Okay, we still have a lot being processed, but these are just for, this is an order that we did. We have like handmade papers here which are a little bit strong. So this is made out of corn husk, and then for purposes of display, this is made out of, I think this is made out of alnus. So this is the color of alnus. So there you have it. Those are the things that I am doing with our experiment. Welcome to our mini office. And yeah, please support us. Please support Handmade Paper Philippines. That's the YouTube channel that I'm going to use. That's a Facebook page that I'm going to use. And thank you very much for helping and supporting us already. Thank you, thank you, thank you.